Hi, it's Jerry. Today we're going to be taking a look at a game between Moonlight and Mexi on the blue side, and M&A and Zelo from UAE Strong on the red side. This is a standard 2v2 format. Let's hop right in. So, taking a look at the start here, we can see we have a Hog Rider Bowler deck from Zelo, M&A with a Bandit Bomber type bridge spam looking deck. And now on the blue side we have Mexi with what looks like possibly an Eagle on deck. And Moonlight, we're not sure. Looks like it's Mega Knight with also Knight and Skellies, some sort of Knight, Mega Knight cycle deck. But let's continue. So immediately we get an oops from Mexi, possibly hinting that he does not want to be using this deck. That it must have been a mistake. So we see Phoenix come down by Mexi, and now we also see Goblins the Bridge by Moonlight, and now Skeletons and Goblins in the same deck is a little strange. I'm not gonna lie. But let's see what they have in store. So an overcommit on the Goblins, Minions, and Bomber. That's gonna get cleaned up by the Phoenix. So now here's our first crucial play. So we can see the red team has thrown out a Goblin Barrel on the left side of the tower. And we can see that Mexi has already pre-selected his Tornado. He plans to get a free King Tower activation off of this Goblin Barrel. Let's head for the back. And a free King Tower would definitely put the blue side in the favor here. So, a good crucial moment. So we can actually see here that Moonlight decided to log the Tornado Goblins to prevent the King Tower activation. Quite a cryptic move here by Moonlight. So now we're going to see that because I played the Baby Dragon, the Phoenix is going to get cleaned up. Now we also see red side has played a Bandit left side bridge. So Phoenix is dead. Now let's look at blue side's options here. Best move, Moonlight with his Knight can clean up the Bandit by playing his Knight left side. And we can see that Mexi has already pre-selected his E-Drag to clean up the Baby Dragon and Bomber. So actually what we see here, we see Moonlight plays his Knight in the middle. Another cryptic move. So not only does the Bandit dash on the Knight, but also neither the Bomber nor Baby Dragon gets to cross the bridge. So neither of them are going to die. And likely the Bandit is going to need to get something else spent on it. So actually Bandit gets cleaned up. Now the E-Drag does come down. So now here we can see red side has actually deployed two Hog Riders, same side, at the same time. But thankfully there's already an E-Drag in the middle, and Moonlight has his Tesla in cycle. So it should be an easy cleanup for Moonlight to play his Tesla in the middle and pull both Hog Riders and freeze them with his Ice Spirit. So actually what we see here by Moonlight is he decides to wait so that the first Hog Rider bypasses, and they red team hopping on this opportunity decides to rage it. So now Moonlight plays Skellies on the now raged Hog Rider. And he also decides to overcommit with arrows. E-Drag cleans the rest up. Now we can see here, let's look at our state of the game. Some emotes have been thrown out. 2 minutes and 6 seconds left. Double Elixir is coming soon. Mexi knows that he's using Eagle. He needs to build up a big push in single. So you can see he's already holding out his Eagle. He's ready. He's signaling to his partner Moonlight, hey, let's build up a big Eagle push. So we see Skelly King is played. That's a good sign. Skelly King is out of hand. It's a great answer to Eagle. Moonlight cycles. Plays like Spirit to cycle to his Knight. The Skelly King ability instantly comes out, as well as a Goblin Barrel is thrown. Thankfully, we can see that Moonlight does have his log and cycle, so he can get a log on not only the Skelly King ability, but also the Goblin Barrel. So actually, what Moonlight decides to do here is not log the barrel and let them get free damage on the tower, as well as not log the ability, causing the Knight to be in a bad scenario. So we actually see a late log come down by Moonlight. And now the Knight is quickly cleaned up by the minions, and the minions need to be distracted. Thankfully, Moonlight has skeletons in hand. Skeletons will do a great job distracting these minions. So actually what Moonlight decides to do is not play skeletons, and he actually is going to let the minions get damage on tower. And now they've also just played Goblin Barrel, but he does have goblins in hand, so goblins on top of a Goblin Barrel is an easy counter. So he actually decides to not play goblins either. Now, after the tower is gone, he decides to play his goblins. So we see another questioning emote by Mexi, but he knows this is the push. They need to build up a giant Eagle and push right here to win this game. Phoenix is going to come out, as well as Battle Healer, for sure. Now here we see the Bowler for the first time. It's unexpected, but this push could be good. We can see that they've just both spent lots of elixir on the right lane. So Moonlight can easily capitalize on this. He can get a nice arrows on the bomber, or he can even maybe go for some ideas of Mega Knight opposite lane. We can see both people on red team have no elixir. So actually what Moonlight decides to do is sit at 7 elixir and do absolutely nothing. So that push is gone. So now it's getting quite desperate for Team Blue. They throw out a Goblin Barrel, Team Red, and Blue Team knows they can ignore this Goblin Barrel. They have King Tower. The Goblin Barrel will only get a negligible amount of damage. They need to ignore this to get the elixir advantage. So actually, Moonlight decides to use arrows on the Goblin Barrel, throwing away the elixir advantage. And now Hog Rider comes down. Hog Rider you can't ignore. Hog Rider would do a non-negligible amount of damage. So we can see, for a second, Mexi is considering using a Tornado to tornado the Hog Rider to King to avoid taking damage. But he knows that he needs Tornado on offense. And he also can see that his partner Moonlight has Tesla in hand. So he trusts his partner to play the Tesla to counter the Hog Rider. So we actually see no Tesla come down. We actually see skeletons come down, as well as a wasted Mega Knight. Quite another cryptic move by Moonlight here. Now this Mega Knight's going to get cleaned up. They have Bowler, they have Knight, they have plenty of answers in hand. So you can see Mexi with an E-Drag in the back, clearly planning to build up another Eagle and push, the last push, hopefully, of the game. Their last chance. Their last chance of the push. So now this Goblin Barrel can be ignored. There's an E-Drag on it. And it's a free elixir advantage for Team Blue. So here we can see that Moonlight actually decides to log a 1 HP Goblin. And there it goes. So Blue Team knows here that they have to go in. Bandit the Pocket is ineffective. Blocked by Healer. Now there's another Hog Rider comes down. They can eat this. Eagle comes down. This is the push. Phoenix comes down. Now we can see Mexi spent all his elixir. Moonlight needs to play something. Mega Knight the Bridge is an interesting play. Now the Tornado on offense comes down. Crucially too early. Bats come down as well. Now we can see there's bats and a guard that are really doing work on this Eagle. That's their main source of damage. But thankfully, Moonlight does have arrows in hand, and arrows would definitely secure the tower here. So here it looks like Moonlight's actually not going to use arrows, and their push is actually wiped out. And here comes another Goblin Barrel by Team Red that they can very easily ignore because they have King Tower activated. So Moonlight's actually going to waste his arrows that could have been used on offense, and for spell cycling on the tower, he's actually going to waste them on dead goblins. So now we can see here the tower's at 264. If arrows had been played, much lower. Arrows, 2 logs, and a rage is well over 264 damage at level 11. Red pulls off the defense. No attempted spell cycle was made. So I Moonlight versus Log. The rage comes down. 206. Looks like this is an unfortunate loss for Team Blue. I hope you guys learned something from this. Maybe you took something away. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Bye now.